Welcome again, my dear students of Secondary 1. We will continue right now explaining the rest of your past tenses with the past perfect simple and the past perfect continuous. We are still on your first unit of your A-level course. And don't forget that after watching this video, you will have a simple quiz on these past tenses. So please don't forget to take the quiz. Okay. Past perfect. Past perfect tense. Okay. What do we mean by the word past perfect? Let's start by the form, of course. Subject, followed by had, then past participle form. This is the past perfect simple. Past perfect continuous. We start with the subject, followed by had, then been, then verb plus ing. Okay. Both past perfect and past perfect continuous describe the same thing. Both of them have the same meaning. Both of them have the same usage, okay? Which is the first of two or more past actions. This means if you did, for example, 10 actions yesterday, you did 10 things. The first one or the first thing you did must be used with the past perfect simple or the past perfect continuous. So what is the difference between both of them? We will explain that. The past perfect simple, okay, which is indicated by had plus pp, can be used without durational expressions, okay? The past perfect continuous, had been plus verb plus ing, this must be used with any durational expression like from, to, or for, or the word all, okay? But both of them indicates the first action that was completed first, then followed by another action. For example, she had been cleaning the house for 2 hours before she slept. In this sentence, we use the structure had been cleaning the house, okay, because we have in the sentence the word for. And the word before, which is one of the most important keywords of the past perfect tense, okay, the word before here join the two sentences together. In this sentence, we focus on the duration of the first action. She had been cleaning the house for 2 hours. This means that the action of cleaning the house started and finished, and it took her 2 hours just to complete the action, and then followed by the second action, which is she slept. Okay, so again, past perfect simple or past perfect continuous indicates or means the first of two or more past actions. What do we mean by the first of two or more past actions? This means if you have two actions, more than two actions, the one that happened first, the one that completed first, take the past perfect or the past perfect continuous. Depending on which part of the sentence, we use past perfect continuous if we have any of these expressions, okay? And these tenses must be followed by the past perfect simple after that, which is indicated here by second action, the action that happened second, okay? So first action, past perfect simple or past perfect continuous. Second action, past perfect, past perfect, okay? So again, first action, past perfect simple. Second action, past simple. If the first action was past perfect continuous, again, the second action will be past simple. So in all cases, the first action, one of these tenses, the second action must be past simple tense. Okay, so this is the usage of the tense itself. Let's talk about some of the linking words that can join the two sentences together. What do we mean by linking words? Here we use the word before to join this tense with that tense, okay? If we use the word after, for example, we can change the structure here. So after she had cleaned the house, she slept. In this sentence, we use the past perfect simple without the ing form because we do not have duration. Okay, no duration is mentioned here. We don't know how long had she cleaned the house, so we must use past perfect simple. That's why we use it after the word after here. If we have duration here, we will use had been cleaning. Some of the most important sentences that will summarize the rules of using the past perfect simple or the past perfect continuous. Number one, many keywords after, before, by the time, as soon as, having, no sooner, hardly, scarcely, it wasn't until, it was only when, and many more keywords. So what are the rules? Which tense comes after which tense? Let's see right now. The word after, equal in meaning the word as soon as. Again, the word after equal in meaning the word as soon as. Okay. After I had studied English, so after here followed by the first action. After I had studied English. Okay. I watched the film. I watched the film. Please notice that we can use it with a different structure. Yes, as we have mentioned earlier, we can use it with the passive structure. We can say after I had studied English or after English had been studied. Both of them can be applicable here. I watched the film or a film was watched. So the word after equal in meaning the word as soon as. Both of them followed by the first action, then the second action. First action is indicated by past perfect or past perfect continuous. Second action means past simple tense like the word watched. Okay. In the second sentence, after or as soon as, I had been studying English for 2 hours. This means what comes after the word after can be used with the past perfect simple or past perfect continuous depending on the duration itself. I watched the film. Okay. One of the newest structure here this year is the word having, which is mainly followed by past participle form. The second sentence would be second action, which is past simple tense. So having studied, we do not say having studying, we do not say having been studying wherever. We having studied only, okay? Having studied English, I watched the film. After doing my homework, oh, please, the word after, in case we don't have a subject after that word, we use verb plus ing. If we don't have a subject after that word, we use verb plus ing, okay? So after doing my homework, this means, or this indicates that doing your homework was the first action here. I went out. Of course, the second action with the past perfect must be used with the past simple. First action perfect, second action simple. Number 5, before going out. Before going out. The word before here had the same rule like the word after. In case you don't have a subject, you must use ing. And of course, this ing here and that ing here can be replaced by a noun. You can say, after my homework, I went out. After breakfast, I went out. Okay. Before going out, I had done my homework. So if we use the word after, the second sentence will be past simple. And if we use the word before, the second sentence would be past perfect tense. Okay, please write these notes, they are very important. The word no sooner, and this is a totally new rule. Before going into new sooner, just one word before here equal in meaning the word by the time in that sentence. Okay, before in general equal in meaning by the time, but by the time is followed by complete sentence. Complete sentence. Okay, number 6. Starting from number 6, that's for the advanced level, okay? Number 6, the word no sooner. The word no sooner. These sentences are called two-part rules. What do we mean by two-part rules? A rule that consists of two main parts. One part is used with the past perfect, the other part is used before the past simple, okay? The word no sooner is linked to the word than, no sooner than. The most important thing, the structure that is used after the word no sooner. We do not follow no sooner with a complete sentence. We followed by a question structure, as if you are asking a question. So no sooner had I repaired my car. Sorry, that's my. No sooner had I repaired my car. Then I sold it. Then I sold it. So no sooner in the beginning of the sentence and before the past simple tense we use than. No sooner here is mainly related to the word than. Okay, it can't be changed. We can't say no sooner when or no sooner after or whatever at all. Okay. Number 7. If the word no sooner, we have two more rules, the same structure or the same thing. No sooner here with hardly and when. If we use the word hardly inside the sentence, not at the beginning, so we use it after the word had and before the BB. I had hardly repaired my car when I sold it. Okay, so the word hardly, in case used at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence, must be used with the word when. So no sooner than and hardly when. Another word equal in meaning, the word hardly, is called scarcely. The same meaning, the same structure, the same usage, and the same rule. Okay. The word until, equal in meaning the word tell. And both of them has one rule. They can be preceded by, preceded comes before them, preceded by negative past simple and followed by first action, which is past perfect tense. Okay, so the word I couldn't sell my car, couldn't here indicate past simple negative. Until I had repaired it, until I had repaired it. Okay, so the word until when used, the word until when used in the middle of the sentence, preceded by negative past simple tense. Okay, and please pay attention to that. Negative past simple doesn't necessarily mean didn't plus infinitive. It could be couldn't, it could be wasn't or weren't, it could be wasn't or weren't plus pp, it could be wouldn't, and it could be didn't plus infinitive. Then we follow it by past perfect tense. Okay, here in the sentence number 9 and in sentence number 10, two of the most important words here. Okay, it wasn't until. This is one of the newest structure here. It wasn't until, and it is linked to the word that. If we used it wasn't until, we must use the word that before the second action. It wasn't until, that's followed by past perfect tense. It wasn't until I had repaired my car. That followed by past simple tense, which is that I sold it. Number 10. The word after that indicates before, and the word before that indicates after. Both of them had the same meaning. I had tidied my room. After that, I watched TV. Note please, if we use the word before that, this means I watched TV. Before that, I had tidied my room. So, dear students of secondary 1, please note the following. During this video, we explained a very simple thing. We said that the past perfect is the first of two or more past actions. This means that we must have two actions to indicate which one happened first. This doesn't mean that the past perfect can't be used with one verb only. How it come? A very important structure here, the word by followed by past date. The word by followed by past date, okay? Like when we say by 2010. 2010 is a past date and the word by here. The sentence that comes next must be past perfect tense. I had done 3 researches. So, the only sentence in English that can be used with the past perfect alone, one verb, and it can indicate the past perfect is by 2010. By followed by past simple tense, okay? Or by past date and then I had done 3 researches, past perfect tense, okay? So, if you want to understand how to answer any choose question, you must first understand which tenses are used here. This is number 1. And which rule can be applicable here. The sentence can be active or passive. And then you can simply answer your choice question. We will talk about that later in the practice section or the practice video. Thank you and see you later. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.